if there was still any doubt about Shohei Ohtani's readiness to dominate again as a two-way superstar, that doubt got blown away literally over the weekend. The Los Angeles Dodgers Phenom stepped onto the mound against the Kansas City Royals and unleashed the fastest pitch of his Major League Baseball career, a blazing 101.7-mile-per-hour fastball that left fans and even the opposing hitter in complete awe. That kind of velocity doesn't just happen by accident. It's a clear statement that Ohtani is back, not just swinging the bat like a monster, but also hurling fireballs like few others in the game can. The moment happened during a Saturday matchup, and the unlucky batter facing that heat was Royals first baseman Vinny Pasquantino. Now, Pasquantino has seen Ohtani before back when Shohei was still wearing an Angels uniform, but this pitch felt different. It wasn't just a challenge, it was a message. Even though Pasquantino had previously faced him in the World Baseball Classic and notched a walk there, this time he was up against a version of Ohtani that looked even sharper, more focused, and clearly hungry to make up for lost time. This was more than just one pitch and one at-bat. This was Ohtani pitching multiple innings against something he hadn't done since returning from Tommy John surgery. That's right. The last time we saw Shohei toe the rubber for multiple frames was well over a year ago, and here he was not only pitching, but shutting out the Royals over to clean innings, racking up a strikeout and showing the poise and control that made him such a phenomenon to begin with. And even though the Dodgers ended up dropping the game and splitting the series with Kansas City, the bigger story was what Ohtani did on that mound. He's still technically working as an opener for now, but even with that limited role, all signs are pointing in a very positive direction. His stuff looks electric, his command is solid, and most importantly, he looks comfortable. That's the big thing. You can tell when a pitcher is just going through the motions versus when he's actually in a groove. Ohtani's in a groove. He's now tossed 3 consecutive scoreless innings since allowing that lone run to the Padres in his pitching debut for the Dodgers on June 16th. It's a small sample size, sure, but when you consider the long road back from surgery and all the scrutiny that's been placed on him since signing with Los Angeles, what he's doing right now feels massive. But here's the crazy part: Ohtani isn't just impressing on the mound. Nope, not even close. While all this is happening, the guy is also crushing the ball at the plate. In that very same series against the Royals, he hit his 29th home run of the season. That's right, 29 homers. And we're not even in July yet. Add to that his 7th triple, and you've got a player who is putting together another MVP caliber campaign. It's almost absurd at this point how consistently great he is. We're watching history unfold in real time, and sometimes that gets lost in the routine of the regular season grind. But every now and then, he reminds us just how rare his talent is, like by throwing a pitch over 101 miles per hour and then stepping into the batter's box and launching a ball into orbit. And it's not just about personal accolades. Shohei's performance is lifting the Dodgers as a whole. With the kind of production he's delivering both at the plate and on the mound, he's become an irreplaceable piece in Los Angeles' push for another title. After the Royals series, the Dodgers now sit atop the National League West with a commanding 7-game lead. That's not by accident. It's the result of consistent, elite-level contributions across the board, but it definitely helps when one of your stars is basically playing the role of the all-stars in one body. That's what Ohtani is doing right now. It's wild. And think about the context for a second. This is a guy who didn't even pitch at all to start the 2024 season. He had surgery, he had rehab, he had to be careful. There was no rushing this. The Dodgers have been cautious, calculating, and smart about how they've brought him back into pitching shape. They didn't throw him into high-stakes starts right away. They eased him in, and now we're starting to see the payoff. The radar gun is lighting up. The strike zone is under his control. He's not just throwing, he's pitching. That matters. You could tell, too, that the Royals weren't exactly thrilled about having to face him like this. Pasquantino's reaction after seeing that 101.7 mph heater said it all. It was almost disbelief, mixed with a little amusement. Like, did that really just happen? That's the kind of stuff you only see from the game's absolute elite. Not only are hitters struggling to catch up to Ohtani's velocity, but they also have to deal with the mental strain of knowing that same guy might step up to the plate next inning and do damage with the bat. That's the mental game Shohei plays better than anyone else because no one else can play it. Looking back at his numbers against Pasquantino specifically, they're actually kind of telling. 1 hit in 4 at-bats during his time with the Angels, a couple of strikeouts mixed in. Then a walk and a strikeout in their World Baseball Classic encounter last year. There's history between these two, and that just makes what happened on Saturday even more fun. It's not just raw stuff, it's competitive fire, strategy, and showmanship all rolled into one. And when you zoom out and look at the broader picture, it's almost unfair. The Dodgers didn't just sign a slugger, they didn't just get a pitcher, they got a unicorn, a guy who's literally rewriting what's possible in modern baseball. And he's doing it on a team that's already stacked, already winning, and already chasing greatness. With Ohtani back to doing both jobs at an elite level, the Dodgers become something entirely different. They become terrifying. They've got depth, they've got experience, and now they've got that extra spark, that wow factor that can turn a regular season into a special one. And don't forget, this is a team trying to do something that hasn't been done in over 2 decades. Repeat as World Series champions. The last team to pull that off, the New York Yankees. All the way back in the year 2000, that's the kind of history we're talking about. But with Ohtani firing on all cylinders, there's real belief that the Dodgers could be the next to do it. So while the result of that specific game might have been a loss, what we actually witnessed was a win in the bigger picture. We saw the return of a dominant pitcher, we saw the continuation of an MVP-level offensive season, and we saw a moment that will be replayed countless times. The pitch, the reaction, the energy. It's all part of the legend that is Shohei Ohtani. And something tells me we're only just getting started. What makes Shohei Ohtani's return so captivating isn't just the speed or the stats, but the story behind it all. Recovering from Tommy John surgery is no small feat for any pitcher, especially one who has to balance pitching with hitting at an elite level. That kind of surgery requires patience, hard work, and mental toughness. For Ohtani, it was a journey filled with uncertainty and pressure. Everyone knew what was at stake, not just for him personally, but for the Dodgers' championship hopes as well. But seeing him back on the mound, commanding the strike zone, and still hammering home runs reminds us that this is a player who refuses to be defined by setbacks. When he signed with Los Angeles, the expectations were sky high. He was coming off MVP seasons with the Angels, electrifying the league with his rare combination of power, speed, and pitching prowess. The Dodgers took a calculated risk, hoping that he could regain full health and replicate that magic in a new uniform. So far, everything is trending in the right direction. The team's patience and medical staff have done their job, and Ohtani himself has clearly put in the work. It's a reminder that behind every highlight reel moment, there's a mountain of unseen effort and dedication. Watching him face hitters is a masterclass in confidence. He mixes his pitches carefully, uses his velocity as a weapon, but also has the control to locate his fastballs with precision. That mix is what makes him so dangerous. Hitters can't just gear up for a fastball because he'll throw a slider or splitter that drops out of nowhere. It's the unpredictability combined with sheer speed that puts batters in a constant state of guessing. And when you add the knowledge that this same guy will be up to bat later, it messes with the opposing team's mindset. How do you prepare for that? The Dodgers are capitalizing on this dual threat dynamic better than anyone else. Shohei isn't just a player on their roster, he's a strategic weapon. The way they've integrated him into their pitching rotation and lineup maximizes his strengths while protecting his arm. It's a balancing act, but so far it's paying dividends. The results speak for themselves. A 7-game lead atop the division, and the best record in all of Major League Baseball. That's no coincidence. It's the product of elite talent and smart management coming together. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. In what could signal a new twist in the Dodgers outfield saga, whispers are beginning to surface that the franchise may be pursuing yet another move to reinforce its lineup, this time in response to Michael Conforto's underwhelming stint. Though no official confirmation has emerged, sources close to the team suggest that internal conversations are heating up around a potential trade for a fresh outfield bat, possibly as a direct reaction to what many are already calling a Conforto flop. After signing Conforto with hopes that he'd bring stability and power to their outfield rotation, the Dodgers have instead been left grappling with inconsistency and missed expectations. His sluggish performance at the plate, paired with defensive struggles, has reportedly sparked frustration among the front office, raising questions about how long the team is willing to wait for a turnaround. While names haven't been leaked, Industry chatter indicates the Dodgers have quietly begun canvassing the league for available outfielders, preferably someone with a solid bat and reliable glove, who can slide into the lineup without disrupting team chemistry. Some even speculate that talks have already begun behind the scenes, with one unnamed executive hinting that the Dodgers aren't sitting still. With the trade deadline still weeks away, the franchise could be setting the stage for a classic mid-season shakeup. Of course, none of this is confirmed, and in true Dodgers fashion, they're keeping things close to the chest still. If there's one thing we've learned over the years, it's that when there's smoke in Los Angeles, there's often fire not far behind. Whether this turns into a blockbuster acquisition or fizzles out as another rumor remains to be seen, but one thing is clear: the Conforto experiment may be nearing its end, and the Dodgers could already be eyeing his replacement. Stay tuned. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.